is ready. So Kyrrone, the floor is yours.
Hello and welcome back to Summer Games Done Quick online. I'm Kyrrone, and what you're looking at right now is probably my favorite speedrun of all time. This is Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg. Today I'm joined with my three commentators. We've got Exeloar, YourEverydayGiantClam, and Kosmic. So if you guys just want to say hi quickly.
Yeah, hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Awesome, that's everyone here. So time will start when I press A on story, and I'll do so in 3, 2, 1, go. Awesome. So we now have to start the round, unfortunately, with a minute and a half long cutscene that we can't skip. So we're just going to use this time to just talk about why we actually enjoy running this game. So should we start in alphabetical order? Exeloar, do you want to start?
Yeah, sure. This game is honestly the most fun game I've ever played to move around in. You just have so many different techniques and combinations with the eggs and the different physics mechanics in the game. And it really makes for an interesting game.
Yeah. Cosmic?
Yeah, I think this game's really unique. There's not much else like it. I love 3D platformers, and this one, yeah, it's just not only charming, but the actual gameplay is just really unique. And then you put speedrunning on top of that, all the tricks involved in movement, and it makes it 10 times better.
Yeah. I love this game personally because it's a good blend of movement and tricks. It's also got such a great community behind it. And honestly, I'm doing this run just to say thank you to the community and all the hard work they put in. So we'll have Clam during this loading screen, and then we'll jump straight into the first level.
Time for the quickest explanation of your life. This was one of my favorite childhood games, and it's only right that I play it. Honestly, it's such a good game. I can't wait for you guys to see this.
Yeah. So hopping right into Forest 1 here, this is of course the first level of the game. Right now we don't have any abilities, so we actually have to go get that. There's not much we can really do to speed this up except running against this wall. It saves a few frames, but it's just the way you can speed up a little bit. So coming up right next, once we get our powers, which is right after this cutscene, we will be going to 3 sort of very quick texts that follow one after another. So hopefully my boys here can explain that to me whilst I do these texts.
Yeah, a whole bunch of tech immediately. The first one's going to be bouncing off a sign. You're supposed to hit a switch to make a gate go down, but you can actually get around it by... there's a lot of collision in this game where if you jump on it in a certain way, you'll kind of gain a lot of height or go flying off of it. That'll be used a lot. So he needs to make his egg slightly bigger. Core mechanic, pick up this fruit, makes the egg a little bigger. And then with proper setup, bouncing right off the sign and over the gate.
Yeah, and because the egg is bigger, he can actually throw it into a smaller egg, which will push him through a wall here. Oh, and he gets it.
Definitely one of the coolest ways to skip any wall you'll ever see. With a big egg, you can just go through almost any wall in the game, and it's really interesting how we do it.
Cool, and here we have a golden egg, and so the objective of this is we have to fully grow it like this egg next to us, and then hatch it. We can only hatch the eggs once they're fully grown, so we just need to quickly route out some fruit pickup here and do so. There is a little bit of RNG involved in the fruit pickup, but we'll explain that in a later level because there's a few of these type of levels. And here is our elder. Once we talk to this elder, we can talk to him and grab basically the collectible, sort of similar to the Power Stars in Mario 64, and then we can move on to the next level. So now would be a perfect time for 1 or 2 donations.
Yeah, sure. I have one here for $10 from Exeloar, who says, "Greetings from Exeloar and Mrs. Exeloar. Good luck to Kyrrone on the run. Glad to see this amazing game in GDQ again."
Oh, Exeloar.
Man, you make this level look so easy.
Yeah, that was really solid.
Can you slow it down a little? You have to rush, man.
I almost went to split then. I remembered, oh wait, I don't have to do that. Okay, so coming up next, we have our first boss level of the run. So the level isn't exactly just a boss fight. We have to do some platforming to get to the boss first. This level actually has some really cool tricks in, one of which Clam actually found. So he'll be the one who will explain it once we get there. But before that, we have just another trick before that, which I think we said that Kosmic would talk about, because I think that was yours as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's this bee enemy in this game, which is really annoying, but I figured out if you get really close to it as you're spawning it, then it will do an attack that's easy to dodge. So he gets really close, and then it kind of inflates to jump at him.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this trick here is a really handy way to skip a little bit of RNG. And basically, the way collision works, that was beautiful. The way collision works, basically, if you go at a very specific angle, you can basically just, it launches you out. It's amazing.
And then we could just use this cage here to get on top of this tree like so and platform up to the top. And now we have the boss fight.
It's really nice that a lot of the levels in this game are sort of go from point A to point B, since that's very optimizable.
Yeah.
But these bosses, on the other hand, they're more like auto-scrollers, so yeah, we might get some donations in here.
Yeah, I'll just quickly explain the boss first. So the boss likes to hide in this grass, and then we're just going to hit him out the grass. He'll then basically start chasing us, and ideally we want him to stop chasing us by the middle of the arena so he doesn't have to walk back there again. So you'll see that just here, we'll get him in the middle, he'll swipe his tail one more time, and he'll go back to the middle. So now's the perfect time for donations, until the end of the boss fight.
Excellent. We have $25 here from Lothan, who says, cheers to all the runners and everyone that puts GDQ on. And we have also another $25 from Vananigans, who says, fantastic, all of it. Tomato Walrus donates $20, and their comment reads, morning runners and tech crew, best of luck on the runs today.
Awesome, thank you so much for the donations.
Man, I lost my bet. The egg pun wasn't the first donation, Russ.
That boss fight wasn't the greatest, but we still beat him quick enough. So we're just going to quickly grab this emblem. Then we have a cutscene coming up. You can
probably set up that in the next level. Well, so the way the levels work is there's different worlds, and once you beat the second one, you can move to the next level, and it's going to be another golden egg. Each time he moves to another world, the first level will be another golden egg to hatch.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's what's coming up on the next one.
Yeah, and before that, we can actually skip talking to this chicken out at the end of this cutscene by just going back to the menu. So you'll hear me mashing like the start button here, just as I'm trying to get that frame perfect.
An interesting thing about skipping this cutscene is, for the 100%, you need to do specific things. If you skip that cutscene and don't talk to the Elder, it won't count it, so you'll have to get them all again. So, there's an interesting fact.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's something that you forget about until you kill a run to it, and then you instantly always remember it.
So here's a nice little skip to start the level off. We're just going to get to the bottom of the slide with a nice dash jump.
Slides are optional.
These enemies are a bit RNG on how they move, but usually you can kill them quick enough. Well, we did actually just miss one, but let me pick one of my pineapples.
Yeah,
which is
that's
actually
all.
perfect time to talk.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that's all to open the cage for this golden egg, but luckily all those enemies dropped a bunch of fruit, which he uses to grow the egg. He got bananas from the big guy. The bigger fruit will make the egg grow faster, and that's important on these golden egg levels. Some a lot more than others because the golden egg, well, each egg actually prefers different types of fruit, and so on these golden egg levels, which are the most important time to grow an egg fast, the gold egg prefers pineapples and cherries, which he just grabbed a couple right there. Egg grew really fast, and so yeah, on these golden egg missions, we'll be hoping those big enemies drop pineapples and cherries.
Yeah. So now the Elder's hatching. Yeah, if you've got any more donations, feel free to read them off for like one or two, I guess.
All right. We have Tiny Tim donating $5 saying, hey all, good morning. Had to donate for the amazing Kyrrone and the Billy Hatchet run. Roll those eggs. Go, Billy, go. Cheers.
Thanks, Tiny Tim.
And Life is Rough donates $25 and says, hey guys, this is one of my all-time favorite games. So happy to see it. Good luck with the run.
Thank you. For those who haven't never seen the game before, this next level may astound you because like this one goes pretty crazy.
Yeah. So this level, this really shows you how good collision can be in some of these GameCube games. So normally you have to use cannons that you'll see coming up to progress your way through the level, hitting flags which kill your momentum, and killing enemies to go through gates. However, with probably a lot of trial and error, we have found special ways to use and abuse these cannons. So you'll see here he lines up, and because this is a corner, it flies him off in the wrong direction. And there's also a text box there that you skip with a fairly precise jump. Now this is a really hard cannon to get.
Yeah, these dead zones are really finicky, so it's just like getting it in the right spot that might work. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, perfect. So basically just by bouncing off that, it puts you straight to the boss room and it skips you having to kill a snake and go all the way around to that blue rail. And you're into the boss.
Cool. So I'll explain this boss. This one's quite hard to explain, but essentially, actually I'll just go through it as I go through. Like, it's hard to explain without seeing what's going on. So this is Glare. He is a big anglerfish that likes to shoot you. So he's going to start shooting us with these bullets. We're just going to dodge them and grab all this fruit we can. We need to grab that apple first because we'll need it as soon as we can when it respawns. After we hit him after this, he's going to start jumping in and out of puddles. Now the deal with this is, for the first 3 phases we can hit him twice, but after the third phase we can only hit him once, unless we hit him in the air, in which then we can hit him some additional times. So essentially we're going to try and just hit him twice per jump out to maximize the damage, and then we're going to try and grab that apple again after the next hit, like so. We're going to do that damage, like so, and then we've got to just hit him one more time here. He'll shoot 2 puddles, he'll shoot 6 if you hit him too slow there, or shoot 25 if you completely miss. And then we're just going to grab the emblem by just jumping into it, like so. Now we're just going to try and pray that we land in the emblem, because this is kind of sick when you do this. Like that, nice.
The egg like pushes you into it. It looks really cool.
Yeah. Billy has become part egg.
Okay, I would read for donations, but the next level coming up is very complicated, so we might want to just get a head start on how this is going to work.
Yeah, it's, think like Koopa the Quick Race type deal. We gotta race to the end of a level with a flagpole, and no matter how fast you beat the level, the guy we're racing, King Clippin, he's a big penguin, he will go the same speed unless you do some very specific stuff. And so this is kind of like an auto-scroller, but in this case there's really cool tech to speed it up.
Yeah. So unfortunately the start of the race is pretty much an auto-scroller until you get to the end of it, so, and that's where we're going to be saving most of the time. So right away I just got to talk to the penguin and start moving. We'll start to explain as we get closer to it, but essentially it's all about just abusing like the AI's decision making to sort of give it 2 choices at once, and it just sort of doesn't know what to do, and it just freaks out a little bit, which is really cool. It works like that, but it is kind of hard to miss, so if we do miss it, that's going to be unfortunate. I'm also going to slow it down a little bit so you actually get to see what's going on, because we're talking about all this stuff, but if you've never seen it before, then you just won't know what's going on. So in the distance there should be a bridge. We can hardly see it right now, but we just despawned it. Essentially, the AI is going to decide whether to jump over the bridge or run across it, depending on whether it's spawned or despawned. If we spawn and despawn the bridge immediately, then we can freak it out like so. We have to sort of just time this setup. There we are. So he's running across the sky like that, and he finishes that race 10 seconds faster than he is meant to.
Without a doubt, the sickest trick I have ever seen, and one of the first time that's ever been performed on Marathon, I think, with that setup for sure.
Yeah.
Good job. Everyone always misses that.
Yeah.
It is really like precise, like the timing. But luckily, Datsun found a setup where as soon as his feet touch that last platform, you can just run to the egg from that position, and it sets it up perfectly.
And that specific trick was actually found by someone who didn't even run the game. They just kind of showed up and accidentally got it, and then we just analyzed their stream and figured it out eventually.
Yeah.
So this level is one of 3 levels where you have one of your friends who are in the title screen, and you have to save them, or they're going to be viciously blown up by an explosive. So instead of going through the level, we've decided we're just going to skip it. I don't know if it's intended or not, but you can jump on that and all of a sudden you're at the end. And what this allows you to do is when you get rid of this bomb by exploding it a bit too close to her, you unlock the character. So we do this for 2 people, and what this gives you is in every single world you get 1 extra level, and that allows us to be able to complete the game a lot quicker than if you didn't get any of them.
Yeah, because some of these levels we unlock are really quick.
Yeah, and Raleigh levels are some of the coolest levels, so
Yeah.
we're gonna definitely unlock Raleigh. Unlike Chick. We don't like Chick.
She's also really adorable, so if anyone has the Rolly emotes that I have in my channel, feel free to spam them just to show how cute she is. But now we're actually going to backtrack to Forest again, because we want to do Rolly's mission. Mainly because this is one of the hardest missions in the run now with all the new tech that we found. But we're just going to do Forest 3 first, because I'd just rather just get it out of the way now as opposed to later. So yeah, that's mainly why we're doing the route this way. There is an optimal route to the game, but it doesn't really save that much time to like be worth going for. Probably worth going for when we're looking to like save as many frames as we can. But we still got plenty of mistakes to make up for in world records and stuff.
Yeah, so here we have an interesting technique. Just like Forest 1 is actually another egg KBC, where a bigger egg will actually hit the smaller egg, deal damage, and push you through the wall. Dave's hatching an animal, which we do very infrequently in runs, just because it's so slow.
Yeah. I tried to go for manipulation down the catch, but I didn't get it, so I had to back it up, which is annoying.
And what you're about to see is one of the biggest design flaw in any game I've ever witnessed. You can just jump around any gate that doesn't have a wall next to it. So, round of applause for the developers real quick, because you skip 2 here.
You don't even need egg for that one.
Yeah. There's an interesting one with that as well, is if you line up properly, you can just hold up and you just walk through the gate, like on the corner. It's a little bit wacky, but it's really good.
For sure. So now's one of the hardest levels in the run. This is because we have to do another clip through a wall here, but we're going to do this off an enemy, and I think this is going to be the first instance of an enemy KBC, also known as an enemy knockback clip in the run. The problem is with this one is these cats, you have to manipulate them in a certain way to come towards you, and then they have the smallest hitbox known to man, so clipping through them can be a bit difficult. I may give this a few attempts because I do want to get this.
Yeah. Basically, anytime Billy, or in this case Raleigh, takes damage while holding an egg, they can go through walls. So.
And that was celebrate with that Kookadoodle do there.
That was amazing. That was
very
actually insane.
It's so hard. Oh man. Tiny
you could try
hitbox.
it for hours and get unlucky enough sometimes to just not get it once.
Oops, I'm going the wrong way, lads. I was trying to stay on the side of that half pipe because it looks cool, but I just fell off and went down it. Here's a hard trick. I have to time a dash cancel to make this B law, to make this B inflate like so. And then we're going to just use that to push us through this last wall like so.
Yeah, you can do it with any enemy in the game. So
yeah,
there's some RNG to that, but it's very useful and provides good time save.
Yeah,
in fact, I got those.
The overall tech name is knockback clip. So if something can knock you back, whether it's you hitting yourself with an egg or an enemy, then you can pretty much go through a wall anytime that's available.
Yeah. So now that we've done that annoying level, we're just going to go back to Pirate 5, which has some really cool movement, but it is also one of the more frustrating levels to newer runners because of the first section of this level. Do you want to explain that to me? To the audience, Cosmic?
Yeah, there's these anchors that swing back and forth. We saw them on the race mission, but they're swinging way faster now, and their starting spot is random. So Kai did a great job dodging those.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Yeah, really clean movement. Something this game suffers from is something a lot of games have, where one button will do multiple actions. Oh, really quick, this is another cool cannon shot. You're supposed to land somewhere else, but he makes it up there, and he rolls into these hoops really quickly. And after this cutscene, they're supposed to like surround this platform with fire, but he's gonna hit this switch so fast, he gets off of it. Like, he beats the fire. You're supposed to like solve this whole puzzle to put the fire out, but he just moves fast enough to beat that.
Yeah, nice easy level once you get down. I think a lot of the problem with those anchors at the start is people try and tend to do them too fast, but I usually just find if you just slow down, just analyze what's going on, it's just way easier to do it like that, and you still get a really good time, like a 38 second.
I mean, it looked pretty fast to me.
Yeah, I mean, I got a good pattern there, but...
Yeah, I don't know about slowing it down. You'd have to watch my stream for that.
Okay, so from this point on, we're going to do the first 2 levels of every world up until the sand world, because the second level of the sand world is actually the hardest mission in the game, and we just want to get that out of the way, so it's like at the back of our mind sooner. But right off the bat, it's another gold egg level, so that means that we have to kind of rely a bit on our RNG. I think, Cosmic, you were going to explain the point value system that we've just found, weren't you, to how these fruit add up?
Yeah, we finally figured out exactly like what fruit are with what value and exactly how many you need. So you need like exactly 48 like fruit points to grow the egg, and like a big fruit's worth 5, but if it's a pineapple or cherry, it's worth 10, and so you can see how much more valuable those are. If this guy, so we didn't get any pineapples or cherries, so there's 2 routes. It kind of diverges if you get the egg fully grown yet or not. So we're gonna go around this gate over here to pick up the final fruit.
It's a shame because I actually got really good at the other route and I was ready to show it off. So the problem here now is that because we just got out of that hoop, it's going to start bouncing up and down, and for some reason that interferes with us being able to talk to this Elder unless we talk to this Elder on the first frame available. So I am going to start like mashing the heck out of my B button just to try and get it.
Yeah, RNG.
Oh, I got it. Nice.
Oh, nice. RNG doesn't lose too much time, like in between the routes. It's actually not a big deal. But one looks a lot cooler, so.
Yeah, it's true. The other one is like got super cool bounce.
Ultimately, looking cool is all that matters.
Yeah. I'm going for a trigger that could lose me 15 seconds and only takes 2.5, but I'm going to do it because it looks cool.
Exactly.
Okay, so this level's a bit scary, but it does start with one of the coolest tricks in the game. But before that, we have one of the coolest features of Billy Hatcher and the giant egg that I can't wait to show you guys. Get ready, I think you'll love this. But before we do that, because there's a lot of befores in this, we just need to go get another egg. We're going to grab this purple one here. And what's special about this purple one is it has, inside of it, probably the best friend you'll ever meet. This is Richie. He is absolutely adorable. He is my boy. I love Richie. Can we get some cute in chat for some Richie love? We love Richie. And here's a sign bounce. If we hold into a sign as we bounce down into it and hold away, we get a huge launch like that. And we can just do a big skip right there. This will be a recurring trick in the run. And it's going to be like, we're going to expand upon that in later levels.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, the air
I've
shot.
never seen such bad luck.
I've never seen that happen ever.
Okay, where do we even respawn? That's crazy.
Probably up there. You'll get to see.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
You'll get to see Richie again.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was intentional, by the way.
Wow. Yeah, those
That would be a
falling
risk.
rocks aren't
That would be a
usually that
risk,
big of
though.
a problem, but man, they're like, oh, this is a marathon run? Get him. Yeah, the whole reason we get Richie again is because we gotta, you see the bottom left, there's these 3 dinos that we gotta take him out with his ice and illusion powers.
I went for that banana, but it doesn't even make a difference at this point. Yeah, so this part of the level works on cycles, so we kind of have to hurry up. I don't think the cycles get affected because of that death, but I might be very wrong, but I guess we'll find out. So I never continue to run after a death there.
Might actually be easier.
Yeah,
Not
maybe.
sure.
Yeah, we'll see. He did go fast enough, assuming it's like normal. If he jumps around this gate and hurries up these handhold ledge things, he can run on this platform.
Perfect.
Nice.
Nice.
There's Richie, he's trying to push us off.
Yeah,
We
we don't get
love
to
him, so we
see.
don't care.
We don't get to see the animals all that often in the run. Oh my gosh!
I think you're alive, but I've never seen The boulders be this bad.
Yeah.
Be careful during Toho.
Okay, I'm gonna go grab this egg and just... This has been probably one of the worst Dino 2s I've ever had, but...
Not even your fault.
But we're alive, and that's all that matters.
I think that's faster than mine.
That was insane.
Yeah, so here, Topo is a very boring boss fight. Essentially, what he's going to do is he's going to shoot these fireballs at you, and we just have to dodge them, and then he's going to slam his head down, and we're going to hit him.
Yeah,
So
just
now,
dodge some fireballs. Yeah.
So let's get some donations in throughout this entire boss fight, because this is a very slow fight, and I want to hear some more donations.
Well, I do have some for you, and you might want to strap in for this first one because it's a doozy and it might not go down over easy. We have $250 from SuperCube64 who says, "So excited for this Billy Hatcher run. It is sure to be excellent. I wanted to come up with a clever yo, but I couldn't scramble my brain for one. Good luck, Kyrrone."
Yo, thank you so much. That's a lot of money.
We have another $30 from Timber6 who says, "Good morning. Excited to donate during one of my favorite GameCube cult classics. Good luck and save those chickens."
Ooh.
We have $15 from Kazooie who says, "Hi, Kyrrone. Best of luck from all your buddies in the Smash Whales community. We're all egging you on and can't wait to see you soon. Having spent the last 7 months undergoing chemotherapy, I know the good work doctors do both here and abroad, so supporting them and supporting you could not be more of a win-win. It's amazing to see you on this big stage. Do your best and kill every animal it is speedrun viable to do so."
Yo, can we get some love for Kazooie there? Because he's been going through a lot lately, and he's pulling through really well. Send us a little heart for Kazooie there. Can't drop the control for too long.
The auto scroller, confidence. He sets down the controller.
If there's any time for one more, I reckon.
Sure. We've got $5 from Cosmic Floor Fauna, who says, "Billy Hatcher is the first game I remember playing and the first game I attempted speedrunning. It's awesome to see Kyrrone out here running on GDQ. Roll those eggs and have a good morning."
Awesome. Okay, so coming up now is we're looking for a specific spot on the ground that I didn't actually prepare to look for, and I have messed up by not even looking for it. So I messed that up because So there's a spot like you can land on to finish the boss up, but I completely just lost focus of it. So we'll just ignore that it ever exists. Yeah,
Not
ideally
too
we want to be
far.
landing on the... Yeah, it's not too far, we can walk to that. Yeah, let's just forget about that Dino 2. That was a bit brutal. And the thing is,
the game did not want you to beat that level.
Yeah, the thing is, like, I say to like other runners, "Oh, this level ain't too bad," but I now know for a fact that they're not going to let me live that down anymore because of this this run.
So just
like-
like in Pirate and in Forest, we can again skip talking to this elder.
Yeah.
He says something about going to Blizzard Castle, and so that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah. So Blizzard Castle Mission 1 starts really interesting. We're going to do a nice big skip to start off with, and then we're going to do a really cool, quite a precise trick right after that.
Yeah. So the geometry in this level is solid, even out of the way, so we can actually just roll off those trees.
And this hoop, see, he bounced out of that, and it might not have looked out of the ordinary, but there's fire right below it, and that makes it so you only have like a couple frames to get out of the hoop. So that skips a good bit, and nice timing.
Yeah.
And because golden eggs are all about getting as much good fruit as possible, luckily enough, on this slide there's a very specific amount of fruit that we can grab. So you need to grab 2 of those big fruits, and all the other small fruits. Grab this pineapple and do some very shaky movement, which only Kai seems to do.
I should be dead.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the golden eggs die in one hit, so that was really risky.
And it's a long cutscene of Billy looking really upset that he just destroyed the chicken elder.
Oh, my heart just stopped for a second. The moment I pushed that penguin with my jump, I was like, oh no.
What's funny is he doesn't even look that upset. He's just a little disappointed in himself. He's like, oh man, the world's gone.
I mean, we did interrupt the penguin spinning, so you know, I don't blame him for being angry. Yeah, so the next level is, yeah, again, the boss level. It works very similar to Dino 2, except it doesn't suck. Yeah. This level's actually really interesting because it's been rerouted a lot within the last couple weeks or months. I can't remember like how long ago it was rerouted, but it was not long ago at all. We used to go around like the right, and then when Knockback was discovered, we went to the left. But then I sort of realised, wait, if we go to the right, it's still faster, even if we KBC. So it's got some cool movement here. Right, we skipped the start of the level completely by just doing this dash jump onto the slide. And that gives us time to go around this giant tower. And then we're going to do this nice precise jump over these fawns. I hope I get it. It's kind of precise. Nice. And then we're going to kill these cats. And then we're going to hatch another animal here. He's not as cool as Richie, so don't get all cute up for this one.
Yeah, it got rerouted a couple times because it's hard to balance this level. You got to hatch this guy and get another egg to clip into the middle, and so like there's a couple different of these eggs that you could get to hatch to get this animal you need, and then there's different places you could clip, which that's one of them. You get damaged by that spiky thorn fence to get in, conveniently right next to the wall. And now that we're in here with Cypher, we just need to throw him at these snowflakes. I hope that one hits.
Bad on me there. It didn't.
No worries, that is a really tough shot, especially with the way the camera works right there. And then once we get the last one off, we're just gonna jump down right to where the boss portal spawns.
Yeah.
The game gives you control over the camera with the C-stick, and then immediately revokes the control and forces the camera into one of the preset locations. So it's very awkward.
I do hold a claw grip there to do that, but I think I just accidentally let go, and then the camera went, oh, free real estate, and then just took it. So this is Moles, and I think Kosmic's about to explain him, so I'll let Kosmic do that.
I was just gonna say this boss is really cool because a lot of the others, they just have, well, they pretty much all have a window of vulnerability, which is pretty common with bosses, but most of the time they have a damage cap. You'll start hitting them, and then you just hear like this like pinging sound that means you can't do any more damage. But this one, he never has that. As long as he's vulnerable, you can just keep hitting him. So these ice balls fly around super fast randomly, and we're gonna try and get enough to make our egg full size. And Kai's got enough, nice job. Now the next time Moles is vulnerable, he's gonna do this combination of like dunk, hit, and that does like 3 hits at a time. So that plus the full-size egg just melts his health bar down.
Yeah, it's a super cool boss strat. It's a little bit RNG, but there's like ways you can negate that. That's why I was hitting the boss during the second phase, is just in case I didn't get the full-size deck, I could still finish him off even without it. So if you've got any donations between now and the next level, that would be good.
All right. First off, I'd like to mention we are so very close to that 550K mark. If we can hit that before the end of this run, that would be incredible, guys. Keep up the excellent work on the donations.
Yeah, Clam will sing the end credits song if it makes that.
I did not agree, but okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did Clam say that?
So we have $10 from Carrizo, who says, I didn't know this game, and I am absolutely floored by how interesting it is and the great tricks. Keep it up.
Always
Awesome.
good to hear.
Thank you. Yeah, love hearing stuff like that. So this level's very interesting. The movement at the start of the level is really cool. Like right off the bat, we're just gonna like jump off the corner here and skip most of this very boring slide. And then we're going to jump around this gate like so and land this blue hoop. Nice and easy. On most of these yellow hoops here, we can just press A and we'll immediately get launched out of them. Then we're going to try and kill all these cats. And we actually got one man drop, which is amazing. Then we're going to try and snipe this penguin like so. And so we're going to kill the other ones quickly like so. And now we have a trick coming up called a PDR. And I can't remember who was going to be talking about that one.
I'll talk about it.
Cool.
So previously, when we had a bigger egg hit a smaller egg, it would actually crack the egg. But because this one's a golden egg, that mechanic's turned off. So we can dash into the large egg and get flung up here. And that was really solid.
And that skips the worst section of this entire game, so we love it. But unfortunately, we're now just going to count fruits. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 9.
14, actually.
Yeah, it'd be 14.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I haven't grabbed those box fruit yet, so...
Oh, we got pineapples? Okay.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's good.
Okay, so
that should be
now
enough.
we're at 48.
Yeah, so now we're at 48. It's very easy to lose count when you're grabbing fruit so quickly. But this level's actually really infamous because if we didn't get pineapple drops there, then we could get anywhere... We could get like a minimum fruit score of 46 out of all those enemies, which as we said is not 48 and therefore won't max out our egg. So we kind of have to hope to get some cherry and pineapple drops from the smaller enemies, and if we don't get two, then essentially we can't max out our egg, and we have to wait for the pineapples that we picked up first to respawn, which is why we go to them first. But luckily we don't need to worry about that, and all I need to worry about now is how I'm going to grab that emblem, because apparently I couldn't do it. And now we're moving on to a really cool level.
Yeah, one thing that's interesting about these first missions of every world, if you talk to the Elder in just the wrong spot, you'll actually pick up the emblem while talking to him, and the game will soft lock. So Kai has to be a little bit cautious of that.
Yeah, I think it's only, as far as I'm aware, it can only happen in 2 spots in 80%, which is in Pirate 2 and Dino 1, which we have already cleared, so we don't need to worry about that soft lock anymore.
I've had it happen in Blizzard, but I'm not sure if that's just me.
So let's talk about this funhouse level, shall we?
Yeah, this level has another RNG mechanic, but luckily we kind of have ways around it. There was the sign bounce earlier.
Let's go right. Yeah.
Well, so here's the first mirrors. That's the RNG thing, but that's the only one we have to deal with. There's this. Yeah, nice. There's that sign bounce mechanic we saw in the first Dino level, and where he bounced next to a sign and went flying off of it. This time we're going to kind of expand off of that. You can maybe get an idea of what's going on, but it's a really cool trick, so let it kind of surprise you as he does it. But we're gonna set this nice big egg up next to the sign, and then we're gonna do a sign bounce off of it, and I'll let Kai concentrate on it.
Oh, I got cocky.
Yeah, that looked close to going all the way over.
Yeah, that was my mistake. It's like if it looks like it's gonna go for it, I'm gonna go for it. But,
Worth it, yeah.
yeah, so normally we just land on this door like this, and then now we're out of bounds, and we can just roll into the next room.
Yeah.
It'd been cool if I got it in one go, because that would have been like amazing.
That
However,
skips a whole ton of RNG mirror guess that pick a pipe section, so it's a very useful trick.
it's very also very angle and speed dependent on whether you're going to get the height and angle, I guess, to get on that door, because it's a very small little space you have to land on, and it's easy not to get enough speed, or it's easy just to go the wrong way, so you have to make sure you lined up perfectly straight. This boss, it has some cool stuff going on, but if you don't know the game very well, which not a lot of people do, you won't really understand what's going on, so now's the perfect time for donations.
All right. We have a $10 donation from Oroba Spyro, who says, out of all the runs I've been excited for in SGDQ, this has been the most anticipated of mine. Good luck to Kyrrone, and I can't wait to see you demonstrate how amazingly usable the physics in this game are, especially some certain levels coming out.
Awesome. Thank you.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, if there's any more, go for it. It's quite a long boss fight.
Yeah, sure. We've got plenty. I Am Gibbon donates $250 and says, the only reason I'm awake right now is to donate during the best Sonic game. What was it called again? Sonic and the Secret Eggs? Sonic Egg Venture? Keep up the good work. Don't get egg on your face.
I already have.
Anonymous sends in $10 and they comment, Richie is so cute.
I can't believe Kai just donated to anonymously. Wow.
Yes, so now we're actually about to head into the Sand World. So as I said, the second level of the Sand World is probably one of the hardest missions in the game, but before that, we're going to do a nice, cool little trick because I gave myself quite a generous estimate, so I am going to, go for some cool stuff. And if we fail it, we'll just go for it one more time.
As we said, the best part about this is looking cool, not being fast, right?
Yeah. But right off the bat, the level starts off with a skip, which is really cool. Essentially, the game wants you to go around the side of this pyramid, but we can actually just jump up to like the first level of it quite easily by using these green rings in front of us. So what we can do is we can just dash jump into this. As it comes up, we can just bounce out of it and just roll onto it like that. It's a nice, easy skip.
Coming up here, after these stairs, you'll see there's fire. So these are done on set cycles as soon as you spawn in. Now, this crow is basically a sign. That was beautiful. Perfect. So, like a sign, you could bounce off of crows because most of them have the same kind of collision, and you skip a gap. It doesn't save too much time, like a couple seconds most, but it's still really cool, and ultimately that's all we want.
Yeah, it looks super cool when you're like against the pyramid, like flying over the side.
This bee can be a little problematic, but I think he's good.
Yeah, nice job. We're at with the egg. While he's grabbing these, pretty much straightforward fruit grabs, but I'll just go over. There are some version differences in this game. Like, they actually released this in the US first, so that's kind of like version 1.0, and then PAL and the Japanese version are kind of like 1.1. And those soft locks on the emblem cutscenes that got mentioned earlier, those got fixed. But the way they did it is they just don't let you grab the emblem for like a second or so after it spawns. So this is the fastest version, the main reason we're playing on this one. And then that, for whatever reason, that crow bounce actually doesn't work on the other version. They just, I don't know why they changed that specifically, but other than that, not too many differences.
Game-breaking glitch.
Yeah, and also, PAL has aerial drift. Like, I don't think we've really had any example of showing this off yet, but every time you get knocked back, you can't really control or, like, manipulate the way you're getting knocked back or the way you drift in the air. You kind of just fall flat until, like, you hit the ground and you can't control yourself. But in PAL, you can actually do that, which is, like, the one benefit to actually playing on PAL. It's just you can have a little bit more control. It's definitely the easier version of the game, but it is technically a little bit slower. So now coming up is the hardest level of the run. As I said, this is Sand Ruins Mission 2, the boss level against Dark Corvo. But along with being one of the hardest levels in the run, this is one of the coolest for sure.
Yeah,
if you've got socks, put them on, because we were going to blow them off. So yeah, right off the bat, we're going to try and kill as many enemies here as we can. We want this dinosaur killed before the rest of them because he has a slower death animation. We're going to pick up some fruit here, just to be a bit safe. Uh-oh. This is not good. There it is. Okay, we still
the egg didn't break, so we're good.
Yeah. Ideally, I'd want to kill both those bees at once, but it just didn't happen because, like, my egg didn't grow fast enough. So I'm going to leave this to Exeloar and Kosmic for this part because it is very...
Yeah, the next trick is called Torch Skip. It's kind of like the sign or the crows. It has collision, but it's off the ground, and it's on fire. So he has to, like, really precisely bounce off of it, but he can get momentum to clear this gap if he doesn't.
I'm not making that.
Yeah, good, nice save. Like, really quick recognition to even be able to save that.
Okay. Game, please. That's perfect.
Nice.
Okay, nice. See how tight that trick is. You can see why he's careful. And you go all the way back to the start if you miss.
Yeah, with no large eggs, so it's very bad.
Okay, this is the hard part.
So another way to get like height and distance on this game is bouncing on an egg that we sit in a specific spot. We can come over here. We're gonna do that thing where we go next to the bee so it does the inflate attack again, and then it's gonna follow us over here. We're gonna do the craziest knockback clip. Oh, it was so close.
So close. That's fine, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah, we actually get to show off another trick in the game because the backup way over here. So, I mean, just more cool looking tricks to show off.
Yeah, this, you could shoot an egg out like we did previously and bounce off of it as it returns and get a lot of height from it. This trick that Kai's doing, it's like definitely one of the coolest in the game. So
this is quite difficult because I haven't got any audio right now, so that is bad.
Dang.
I'm just gonna take my headset off so I can actually hear the audio cues, and I'll let you guys just talk about this whilst I wait.
Yeah, this trick was found initially in like late 2017, I want to say, and then it didn't gain a lot of traction just because it's so difficult. And then Kosmic came in to the community and said, "What if we made it better?"
It
And
saves
he did,
a lot of
and-
time, so it was worth looking into, and it's still extremely hard, but better than before.
Yeah.
Like all of these knockback clips, just a couple years ago, were considered like too hard to implement in the run, and especially this one. It's like over this death pit. You have to get the bee over there to hit you somehow, and there's barely enough time. It's like really crazy. Okay, but nails it second try, and that puts you right
There
at
we
the
are.
boss portal.
And that's why it skips.
Yeah, it skips like probably about 30 seconds, 27
Yeah.
seconds. Maybe?
It saves a ton of time, and as you can see, like it lands you right by the pool, and it looks sick. But when you fail it, it just doesn't look as cool. Hopefully, you guys can like kind of got the idea of how like precise all those movements were. Like especially that bounce on the wall. That is the best way to back it up, and it's still really difficult.
Yeah, and some of those jumps, like even the really simple, just jump to the platform with the bee on it. What you may not realize is that he's dodging a whole bunch of auto camera cues that'll instantly like mess up his jump and kill him. So it's very, very difficult.
Yeah, people will go to learn that trick and they're like, I can't even get over there. Like just the jump over to the bee, let alone like getting to the statue beforehand. And there's a lot going into it. And
There's a lot going into this boss fight as well.
yeah, that's true.
Like as I can see right now, I'm standing here, and all these shots are just going away.
We're gonna not immediately hit him because you probably could tell the fruit like just is on a timer. Once you get it, it respawns after so long. And this guy does several different attacks of varying length. And if it's actually faster to let some of the fruit respawn, like we kind of take a slower approach to hitting him at the beginning so that the fruit has more time to respawn, and then we'll get just the perfect amount of damage in on each phase because the bigger egg does more damage, and that lets us kill him before he ends up doing a couple extra attacks at the end. Saves a lot of time.
Also,
And
it looks cool.
Yeah. And it's not even just about managing one egg. In order to do the proper amount of damage on the next phase, we need to hit him with the small egg once and then the big egg. So,
Yeah, it's a lot of egg management, fruit management, and it's like it saves like 2 phases. It saves a lot of time. Even though you're doing like a lot of these hits very slow, it saves way more time than it does the setup. Also, I'm gonna put my egg here for safety reasons, and for some reason, like I could not let go of my egg there. Okay, we look like we're fine now. When I did this at ESA, he just somehow hit my egg, even though it was in the safe spot. And that's Dark Corvo. So now's a good time for some more donations as we head into the next level.
All right. We have $25 from Forsey, who says, "Good morning, Kyrrone. This makes me want to plug in my console and replay this game with some new strats. Hope your run is excellent."
Thank you.
Fergo66 donates $25 and says, "My boy Kyrrone, so proud of you. Hope you're having a great day and a great run."
Thank you, Fergo.
Zelk donates $25 and says, "Played hours of Billy Hatcher as a kid. So happy to see this game again. Getting my mind blown by all these shortcuts. Also, Richie boy, best boy."
Cool. So now we're gonna head back to Circus because we actually do need to get some more emblems. We'll explain why in the next level because there's a lot to explain in this one, but the next one's sort of just a very simple level, so we can just do that then. So right off the bat, we have this board here, and we need to make all the tiles on this board blue. So we just have to run over these and just spin them around like this, and eventually they all just go blue. This is RNG as well, so like sometimes you get good patterns, sometimes you get absolute terrible patterns, but that was okay.
Yeah, there's about like, I don't know, 2 seconds difference from best to worst RNG there.
I don't know, I've had some stinkers, but I've had some amazing ones at the same time. Also, yeah, then we just want to grab 2 fruit here and grab all this fruit on the slide. Those enemies just... Oh, I I choked that one a bit.
No
Not to
worries.
worry, we can just grab some more here, and can't let go of my egg. This is a bit messy.
Yeah, so we're getting this yellow egg. It'll hatch Reki. He's like this lightning monkey, another really cool friend. And
He's a good boy,
Yeah,
but not as good as Richie.
yeah, he's up there. We're just gonna use him to charge his tower, so turn it back on, I guess, the clock tower. But there's actually so many animal friends, and like also a lot of items that you can get out of the eggs. You don't get to see too many of them in the speedrun, but yeah, this game, there's a lot of content we don't even get to see. Just to beat the game, you only play about half the levels, and then you hatch like, I don't know, like 6 or something out of like, tell me, Exeloar, how many eggs are in the game? 60 something?
72, I think.
72, yeah, so there's like a lot of stuff you don't get to see. This game's definitely worth a playthrough.
Yeah.
But the 72 also includes stuff like the elder eggs.
There is something that I didn't put in my notes that I did want to talk about. So if you guys are actually enjoying this soundtrack, because it is a banger, the composer of this game actually put all the soundtrack on Spotify very recently. So if you want to like listen to the music out like anytime you want, just look up "Music Popped Out of the Egg" on Spotify, and you can just like listen to this amazing soundtrack.
I listen to it every day as I wake up.
Awesome.
You hear the good morning music?
Yeah, good morning.
So we're heading to Circus 4, and this is a level where you're expected to go all around basically the entire world and kill enemies, unlock things, and then jump up hoops and go things. Because to complete this level, you have to kill one very specific enemy, which drops an emblem, because it stole it. I know. So the best case scenario was that we decided to kill everyone until we find it. But us being professional speedrunners, knowing exactly where to go, we're going to hunt this one guy down and take him out without any further damage to the animals. So, you know, team save the animals over here. So the way cages work are they protect you from them, but not them from you. So we kill those guys, emblem spawns, and that's the end. That's the entire level.
So also, so we're grabbing 25 emblems at a point because we need to do Sand Free to unlock the final level. But unfortunately, we're not courageous enough yet. This is actually the law. We're not courageous enough to go fight the final boss. So to do that, we need to go get these emblems of courage, and we need 25 of them. 25 emblems worth of courage. Right now we're at 19, so we just need to do 6 more levels before we can tackle Sand Free.
Yeah, basically, we have to beat all the bosses, and then we want to just do the fastest levels. And some, like this next level, are insanely fast. It's humorous compared to what I think the developers were intending.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's one of the, I would say, well, it's pretty beginner friendly. It's a thing that you could probably do if you just booted up the game.
Yeah, so if you dash jump up here, you're going to get into the seats. I'm going to take it safe because the marathon hasn't been going too well, but like, it's still good. It's just like, I feel like I've lost a lot of time to where I can't really go for much swag anymore, so.
Yeah, I mean, 18 seconds to get an emblem is like, I wish all the levels were like that.
Yeah, but then the fun will be over so quickly.
That just means you can have even more fun in a day.
Yeah. True. Okay, so next up is quite a simple level. Basically, we're going to be rolling a snowman around until its head is fully grown, and then we're going to put it on top of the snowman. There isn't much tech there isn't much to talk about, so for this entire next level, feel free to read off donations.
I can do that for you. We have $10 from Billy189, who says, "Long-time watcher, first time able to donate. I loved Billy Hatcher as a kid. Makes the run all the more impressive." We have $50 from Dotson, who says, "Good luck, Kai. You're making all the Crow fam proud." Cypherpunk donates $10, says, "Donating for an excellent run that looks like it won't be over easy. Love from Singapore, where the sunny side is no longer rough. I will catch you all tomorrow."
Cool. So just quickly going to interrupt. Datsun did donate, and he did make me this amazing hat with Billy Hatcher on it, so for the rest of the run, I'm going to be wearing this hat.
That's good.
There we are.
Best hat
No, I
money
can't
can buy.
It's the hat that makes you unable to grab emblems, apparently. It's a good hat.
Wizard 4, Kai's favorite level coming up.
Oh yeah, I love this one. So, unless I did say Richie was the best boy, the other best boy is, of course, Bantam. And this is the level where we get to save him. So, not only is this level involve Bantam, it's also just really fun. So, like right off the bat, we're gonna do a nice little time save here, where once we grab the egg, we're gonna dash cancel at the bottom of the slide, dash up it, and then jump here to get straight into this green hoop like so. We're then gonna do that tree bounce that we did in Blizzard 1. We're gonna do that again like this. And then we're gonna jump into this green hoop, roll into this blue hoop, and then there's a big window here. And what we can do is we can just roll through it like that. And normally we have to get into this room from above, and we have to go all the way around the outside of the Blizzard Castle to get there. But if we just go through it and through this window, yeah, we can just get in like that and save Bantam in about 30 seconds. It's a beautiful level.
Yeah, there is a way to do that little skip at the beginning using only one of the trees, but why would you do that? So we're doing 2 trees only, and that's a community-wide rule now.
Yeah. We just decline all runs that have 1 tree. I'm just kidding. But 2 tree is cooler. That's the way to go. Yet again, we have another race level coming up. This time we get to play as Rolly. However, that clip and race is the only one where we can actually abuse it like that. So it's basically an auto-scroller. If you've got donations, feel free to read them.
All right, all right. We've got $15 from Zazar. Says, just a few days ago, I started a playthrough of Billy Hatcher after not having heard anything about it since I played it years ago. Then I get poked saying it's currently live at GDQ. Thank you for all your work and good luck on the run. Shows me for not reading the schedule, huh?
Thanks a lot.
We've got a $50 donation from Jovinus, who says, hi, Kai. It's been way too long since I've last seen you, but of all the games you chose to speedrun, I'm glad it's a game in my top 5 list of most favorites. Once things go back to normal, you'll have to try and visit us and the others in Wales again at some point.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much, Jovinus.
We got $10 from Forsey, who says, sad all the puns boiled over easy my head before, but it looks like you got this, crack Kyrrone, and won't yoke this up. Here's to one of my favorite GameCube games. This run is sure to be exceptional, and good morning.
Probably got time for one more quickly.
Sure thing. There's a $50 donation here from Ace Venoms, who simply says, good morning.
Good morning.
Awesome. Perfect, nice and short, so we can now explain the next level, which is actually really cool.
So this next level, Dino 8, is the first Bantam level we play as, and it recently had a huge discovery. So normally, we go through the level apart from we jump on a tree to boost ourselves up to the top. But very recently, we found a special trick, like the entire community banded together and figured out that this was possible. People did it, people worked it out, and it's called a corner clip. So you'll see what he does right here, and it's pretty wild. Like I said, collision in this game is pretty broken. So there are boxes over here, and that was perfect. Right. So he grabbed onto the edge, and during the climbing animation, it kind of shifts Bantam a little bit out of bounds, and he stands on the edge of collision. Now, unfortunately, the boxes don't have much collision past it, so it's once again a very precise jump to jump into the middle. And that was very impressive that he just got it first try. It's a very precise trick, and it took everybody a long time to get it.
Essentially, if you jump and then hold a direction, you get like no momentum at all. So you need to make sure you have the momentum from the walking into the jump, so you do get the momentum to cross that gap.
Yeah, you need to walk for like a teeny tiny bit just so you can jump and zoom across there.
Yep. And yet again, a perfect donation level here because this is another race that hasn't really got much going on. So.
All right. We have here $10 from Evan235, who says, longtime fan of GDQ. I finally managed to catch it live. I'm blown away by how well GDQ staff have made the switch to a fully remote event. Keep up the great work. There's $25 from Z Myler, who says, I love watching games done quick, and it makes me happy these difficult times cannot stop the community from getting together for a good cause. $25 from Big Bowl, who says, thanks to all of the hard work everyone is putting in to keep this great event going, despite everything that's going on in the world right now. There's a $5 donation from Joe Ramirez, who says, I just finished this game this week. Sand Ruins was all pain. I am enjoying watching this. Nice job.
Yeah, probably time for one more quick. That's what you
Sure thing. Anonymous actually sends in $50 and says, all right, I got the first 10 cars of the $5 donation train. Let's go.
That's good. Get that donation train in. So, yeah, Sand Ruins is infamous for being very difficult, and you know that's no joke for the speedrun. As you saw in Sand 2 being quite technical there, and it did take me quite a while to actually get through it. But also Sand 3 is also really difficult, and it starts off with a really insane looking tech, and it's called a KaiGU because it stands for Kyrrone's Groovy Underground. This is a tech discovered by me. I'm not gonna explain how the trick works until I've done it, but you will, by the naming convention, you're probably going to think this is really groovy, and you'd be right, it is very groovy. So you guys just see how groovy it is. Once we just do this first bit of platforming here, just need to do this jump here, and then we just need to go through these rings like so. So this is where it gets groovy. We're going to do a jump like this. And we just did the entire underground room without looking. So essentially what that was is there's a specific, like, you can clip through that death plane fairly easily by just getting into the edge. And then I basically just roll forward, turn the camera slightly, then just dash jump forward. And it just perfectly like gets you over there, and the camera fixes itself for you. There's no way to really fix the camera unless whilst doing that trick, so you have to kind of do it blind. The only way you can resolve that camera is by going into the camera trigger, which is too far out of reach to go for it. But here is a really difficult tech. This is a statue jump. We're going to give this 3 attempts, and if I don't get it after the third attempt, we'll just do it normally, because this is probably one of the scariest tricks in the game. And this is why I think Sand Ruins 3 is absolutely insane. It involves us going onto this slide. That looks perfect to me. And we've got to land on that, the foot of that torch like that. And then we have to do a very precise dash jump like so, and we got it first time. Let's go.
Oh my god.
But the level's not over yet, because Clam's about to explain one of the hardest tricks in the game.
So this is the hardest trick in the game. It has a very precise setup. You need to line yourself up exactly with this wall and make the door not exist. It's probably my favorite clip or anything in the entirety of any game I've ever watched speedrunning.
I do want to I do want to admit that we have bamboozled you here. It is very easy.
Yeah, so all you have to do is if you hold up, go to neutral against the wall, and then just hold notched up left, he'll go straight through the door. But like Kai kind of YOLO'd it a little bit because, you know, he's good, and he can just basically find the angle himself. Very impressive.
I just run off against the ball.
Kai has the best, like, vocabulary. Groovy and bamboozled. Right. But yeah, casual, like, streamers of the game, I'll come in and annoy them and make them do that trick just because it's so easy.
Yeah, I could never get a break, man.
It's pretty funny.
Okay, so now we're actually entering the final level, but it's quite a long level, so don't get ready on time just yet. But yeah, right away, the level's going to start off with quite a cool little clip, which I believe Exeloar is going to be talking about.
Yeah, so as you have seen, we do KBCs through walls, and this is one of those. We use a cap, which is a little bit more difficult to use, but it'll push you right through the wall.
Nice, that trick can go wrong in so many different ways, but that perfectly. And then here we're going to... So now we're going to kill these dinosaurs and try and grow out an egg quickly. So we're going to grab these melons, that will max out our egg. We're going to put our egg here. And then we're going to go grab this Kosmic over here. Shout out to the Kosmic, he is my boy. If eggs could be our boys. And then we're going to do another sign jump off this pedestal into the egg. And essentially what we've just done now is skip the entire level, because this big old wall takes us right over that boss ball, and we can skip the entire thing. So now we can get ready for the final boss. And whilst I'm doing this final bit of movement, let's get like 2 donations in.
Sure thing, but first I did want to mention that we do have an open donation incentive, so not only can we hit the 550k during this run, but you can also put it towards getting the Blood post-mortem expansion run as well added on. So please get those donations in. And we do have a $10 donation from Rosa the Rad, who says, "Hey Kai, I don't have any puns, but I'm really proud of you. Maybe someday you'll see me speedrunning too."
Let's go, Rosa. Thank you so much. So here we have the final boss. This is Dark Raven. He is the most dark Raven you'll ever meet. And essentially, let's just talk about him. He essentially just shoots these puddles that you wouldn't see before you did the level normally, and we have to clear them like Mario Sunshine style to make sure they're all gone. And the best way to do that is just by going up and down like so. We have a little surprise also during the next puddle clear, so we only need to clear one, but we're going to prepare a little surprise for you. We're going to do a line here, and then just a line here. Really hatchet for smash.
Really
It's very scuffed.
Closer to a peace sign, that one, maybe. Bring him back. This game's
now
so
on the-
good.
Yeah. So now we've cleared the puddle, we can actually damage him. He's then going to shoot some missiles, and then we just got to make the missiles hit him. But he moved like 1 foot.
Wow. He like didn't move.
Usually he goes like a quarter of the way around. That time he didn't move at all.
Yeah. So if you basically it's puddles again, then another missile. So more donations till the end of this phase would be perfect.
I actually have an announcement to make in that we have in fact hit that $550,000 mark.
Let's go.
Thank you to everyone who's donated thus far, and let's keep it going. We have $50 from Arrow White, who says, "I had good times on Billy Hatcher as a teen, but I never knew it was so intense as a speedrunning game. Thanks so much, Kyrrone, for doing this, and thanks GDQ for everything. Good luck, and have fun."
Yeah, thanks a lot. So one more missile phase. Like that, and that's the first phase cleared. But right now, you know, he's like, "I'm dead." And now he's suddenly lifting, and then he's like, "No, I'm not actually dead." And then he just breaks this giant egg. This is the giant egg from the title.
form.
The whole game was, you know, building up to when he destroys the giant egg.
Yeah.
My
You
giant
didn't
egg.
see it for the whole game until just now, and he just destroys it.
It's like, what is the giant egg again? Oh, that. Oh. Not anymore. It's not.
Yeah, and you haven't even seen Dark Raven either. He just
This
shows
is the
up.
Dark Raven. He's very shadowy, and we lost all our powers. We're useless. Let's just give up, boys. Let's just give up at this point. Let's just pack it up. Let's go home. We can't do anything from this point. Also, please don't cut me off at this point. The run is not over yet. Please,
You're
oh,
pretty
he's going
close
away.
to dying.
That's fine. So now we're feeling courageous again, and now we got our suit back. But not only that, we're now Super Saiyan. Let's go.
It's not a Sega game unless you go super version at the end.
Exactly. So he's going to shoot these light balls at us. We have about a 3-frame window to hit these, but if we get damaged first, we can extend that like quite a lot. So as you can see, we can hit and we mash B, and it makes this really easy to hit. You really want to get hit here.
The rest of the phases are mostly the same. So while he's doing those, I just want to say I'm really happy we got to show this off. The run's so different than the last time it was in GDQ, which is 6 years ago, and even just like last year or two, it's changed so much. Like half the things he did in this run weren't even considered viable like 1 year ago or something. So just really cool. The difference between then and now is like absolutely night and day. Pun absolutely intended, but yeah, I'm just glad we got to show all that. Nice run, Kai.
Yeah, and this run may look really technical, but it's actually really easy to get into. So if you actually were interested in this, head over to speedrun.com/bh. There's a Discord link there and some guides, and I'm still working on tutorials, so if you're interested in that, make sure to keep up to date on that. And I hope to see you there, because this game is insane, and I hope it can inspire a lot of runners like the Ions run did back in 2014. So yeah, thank you a lot. But yeah, we're coming up to the last one, so get ready on time soon. Time will start when we grab the final emblem, which will be after this cutscene. Actually, it was when our feet touched ground after the final cutscene, so just get ready on that time soon. But yeah, this was amazing. Well, it was an amazing run because I made so many mistakes, but it was an amazing opportunity to be able to run this. And I'm so grateful for this. And time.
Nice run, dude. That was really good.
Can I get the
Go for it.
Can I just get the final time before we start wrapping up?
Still,
That's not
Yeah,
bad.
not bad at all, dude.
Yeah.
Beats my PR.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, thank you so much to GDQ for having me. Like, I've been watching GDQ for quite a while now, and I never thought I'd actually be here doing my own run of this game. And it's just so great to actually just get to show it off one more time because, you know, I feel like this has been a long time coming. Billy Hatcher is such a great game, and I hope everyone enjoyed it. I have a few shout-outs if that's okay, because, like, a lot's happened, and I just want to make sure everyone knows. Yeah, that's fine. So, I would have, like, listed off everyone in the community, but as we said, we're short on time, so if I like you in the community, which I like everyone, I love you all. Thank you so much for being great friends, because this year has been really rough for me at the start, and you guys have made it so much better. Also, thank you so much to Kosmic, because this was submitted as a race, but unfortunately, it was only accepted as an 80% run, and he was so great. I'm so grateful for him just to let me do this. Of course, thanks to Exeloar, Kosmic, and Clam as well for being commentators, because you guys did an amazing job. I'm so happy with you guys. And finally, thanks to my friend Brad, who got me into speedrunning years ago, and thanks to Ion for doing the tutorial. And then finally, yeah, if you want to see more Billy Hatcher, please follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Kyrrone. The link's just down below. Well, not the link, but the channel name's there, so thank you so much, everyone. My commentator's got any last words just before we get on?
Thank you for doing the run time.
It was really good. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
all right. Can we get some hype in chat for that excellent Billy Hatcher run and Kyrrone? Very, very fantastic. We do have a couple of donations to get through concerning Billy Hatcher. We have $100 from Kryn, who says, "Love this game. Have a great Friday Eve." And we've got another $5 from Joe Ramirez, who says, "Another 5 for those moves. Going to replay this game now. Best of luck to all the runners today." And as a reminder, we are still looking to get the blood post-mortem expansion incentive met. We have a little under $880 there out of a total of $5,000 necessary. So if you'd like to see some extra blood, please get those donations in. We have right around, I want to say, about an hour and a half to go for that. We have $25 from Flar, who says, "Good morning" to 550K. Feta Cheese Mess sends in $10 and says, "Unfortunately, I can't watch the Yakuza Kiwami 2 speedrun later on, but I can donate towards the Majima Saga run to see the Mad Dog of Shimano in all his glory. Good luck to all the runners." Paul Riss donates $10 and says, "This is definitely one of the best ways to raise money for charity." And you know what? I couldn't agree more. We have yet another haiku coming in from Avadrock in the form of a $5 donation. It says, "A haiku from a concerned watcher. Beep once per minute. Smoke detector battery, please go replace me." Thank you so much for the generous donation, and of course the warning. Smoke detectors, very important to keep those working. An anonymous donor sends in $150 and says, "Thank you," and game on. Hatman2 donates $25. His comment simply says, enter comment here. There is a $500 donation from Hands of Blue. They didn't send a comment, but my word, the generosity is greatly appreciated. We've also got a $100 anonymous donation. Again, with no comment, but again,